Hey folks, Mark Harrigan here. Welcome to the program. Today I have a testimonial from a gentleman named Anthony, and he has generously agreed to share his story in the hopes of helping others.
Hello, my name is Anthony. I'm from Trenton, New Jersey, Brick City. Alright, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was born into a very good family. I was born August 29th, 1984. I'm an 80s baby. My parents are incredible people. My father is a bricklayer. My mother works for Bristol Myers Squibb. And they provided everything for me, and always there emotionally. You know, whatever I needed, they were there for me. And so I just tell you that because there are some people out there from broken families, and this disease, don't pick no names. You know, they're like bullets, this disease, or whatever you want to call it. If you don't want to look at it as a disease, it's easier for me to say that. The day I came home from the hospital, my father said he knew something was wrong because I was lifting my head up out of the cradle and looking around, and he immediately said to himself, something is wrong with this boy. And I was very, very active as a kid, very, very active. And at like 4 years old, I was automatically diagnosed with ADHD. I mean, it's kind of typical. And at 5, I was put on Ritalin. So 5 years old, I was put on essentially speed. And I took that until I was about 11, because that's when I started doing drugs. When I was 11 years old, I started smoking pot, started smoking cigarettes, you know, I was like a street punk, you know what I mean? I grew up in the city, and hanging on the street corner, drinking 40s, you know, I thought I was a tough guy. And I went to Catholic school. The nuns, they were rotten. You know, the nuns, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what hit them when I came in that school. You know, I told the one nun, I'm not gonna curse, but I told her to F off. She slapped me in the face. I slapped her right back, and I got kicked out. And then I got into sports. I was always a bigger kid. You know, well, not when I was young. I was pretty average size, a little bigger than the rest, but I could run really fast. And I got into football, and I excelled. I really excelled in football. By the time I was in high school, by the time I was a sophomore, I was first team All-State in 2 positions. Junior year, I was first team All-State in 2 positions. And senior year, I copped an attitude and stopped playing. I gave up a lot of opportunities with football for that. You know, a lot of opportunities in life. I could have went to college. Rutgers was looking at me. They wanted me to play there. So, and then, you know, I graduated high school, and you know, by the time I was 16, I was pretty much into hard drugs. I was, you know, doing coke and all that. You know, the same old story. You know, I'm no different than anybody out there watching this right now that needs help. You know, basically by the time I was 19 years old, because I couldn't deal with my feelings and emotions, you know, I was a full-blown heroin addict. Full-blown heroin addict. And you know, anybody out there with that same problem, you know, that's when things get really bad. And and I'm not going to go into all the war stories because they're not necessary. They're not going to do anything for you. You know, everybody that would be watching this, they know, you know how to get high, you know how to escape from life, you know how to get out of yourself. You know, I did have long, extended amounts of sobriety. You know, I had 1.5 years at one point, and this last time I would have had 3 years. This May, I relapsed about 3 months ago. And, you know, Palm Partners, you know, I've always said, you know, I've been to about 5 or 6 rehabs. I've always said, if you've been to one rehab, you've been to all of them. But Palm Partners, they definitely do things differently here. You know, it's not, you know, I do believe you need a 12-step program in order to recover, but you know, they don't shove AA or NA down your throat here. You know, it's really about reaching your full potential in life, because we are all very, you know, the sky's the limit. You know, addicts and alcoholics are the brightest, most intelligent people in the world. You know, the things we can accomplish to get what we want to get when we're running them streets is remarkable. And you know, So anybody fishing around with the idea to come here and, you know, maybe go somewhere else, you know, give yourself a chance, give this place a chance, and if you do come here, you know, just go full out. You know, when you come here, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say go full out. You know, just forget it. Who cares? You know, it's just to help yourself. So, you know, I've learned, I've made leaps and bounds here. Things that I never thought I could face. Things that I was going to take to my grave with me that nobody was ever going to find out about me. And, you know, I've always had dreams, and for the first time in my life, them dreams seem attainable. So, you know, give this place a chance and live your life. Thank you.